Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Blades in the Dark, The Blind Eyes, episode 14. In the last episode, let's see, what did you all do? You framed a dude for something. You framed Tuhan as one of the Spirit Warden's back rows by forging, in both senses of the word, a spirit mask for him. And giving that mask, I forgot, did you actually give the mask to, oh no, you did give the mask to Lord Skurlock, and you actually met Lord Skurlock. He's very scurry. And yeah, it's so you've been going great. And let's see here. Vimes and Flake are both on benders, respectively, this week, so they'll lose all their stress. But they're not available for this adventure. So, but they've both been under a lot of stress lately. So that
Vibe just comes back next week saying, "I had a child. Nobody told me I had a child."
Aw.
So,
yeah, we'll go with that. So let's do so Audra. You know, that night after you go to sleep, you wake up and you're in a different place. You are in a library, but the windows, there's some brilliant light coming from the windows. You've heard stories of what it was like before the cataclysm thousands of years ago, and you wonder if you were dreaming of this ancient time, but there's a figure standing across from you down the aisle. You're between shelves of books and scrolls, and the man is wearing robes, and he is looking at a book. And not just sort of to the side of you, or and he says without looking at you, "Hello, Audra."
I've done this dream before. I'm gonna walk over. I read the book, some story from my childhood. And I wake up screaming. I know how this works. I get it. I'll get it. And I'll start walking over towards him.
You look
Not
at
my first lucid dream, pal.
You look at him as you get closer. You can see the light, of course, is hurting your eyes. It's incredibly bright, far brighter than you were comfortable with. But he seems used to this, and he seems familiar. And it strikes you that he looks. Yes, Audra, I am the Sacred One. This is not a dream, but a memory of my time when I was alive.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you.
So is the book your memory, or is
this is all my memory?
Here?
This was a library that existed in the time before the cataclysm.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about you. About your own motivations? What do you want to get out of life?
I guess to get to the point where I'm just left alone.
You've already earned enough. You could easily earn enough money to be left alone. But you seem to be doing more than just earning money for a lifetime of solitude.
Maybe I plan to live a long time.
Well, that is ambitious. But you're certainly playing a very dangerous game between two demons and a vampire now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm around a lot of smart people. They'll figure it out for me. I'll do my part.
So you are taking all of these risks only to benefit yourself? You have no greater aspirations?
Well, I mean, I don't believe that selfless actions exist. Even apparently selfless actions are ultimately done because they make you feel better. That's just how our brains evolved.
Well, what if it's something that would benefit you, but only in a more long-term way?
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening to your memory, apparently.
Well, the memory is merely a backdrop in which we can talk mind to mind.
I think it's called a framing device.
There is a prisoner, a forgotten prisoner at Ironhook. You think that there are only two ways available to you, to follow Inkblood or to follow Satara, but the forgotten prisoner knows of a third way.
Which is?
Well, you would have to ask them. You see, I am bound by certain rules, and I could only go so far because I'm technically bound to the passenger who is allied with Inkblood.
I see.
So, I believe you will be visiting the prison soon. And when you're there, you might want to take a side trip to see what the forgotten prisoner has to say.
Is that just their name on the registration?
They are not registered. They are. They are known only in rumor.
Typical.
Yes. But I think you will find their story very interesting.
Keep that in mind.
Well, you seem to be very sure of yourself.
Well, I can't do much about it, so I'll just deal with it as it comes.
Very well. So when you find...
Appreciate the heads up.
Mm-hmm. When you find yourself at a crossroads, always remember there are more than just the two paths laid out before you. You can always take a path of your own choosing.
Yes. Suppose that's true.
Here, you wanted to look at this. He hands you the book.
Okay. Yeah, I'll read it. Always read the book, kids.
You wake up, Stradler is like, "Oh, boss, we've got, we have a bet going on. I know you're, sorry to wake you, but, can rats have ghosts?"
Probably.
Well, we have a rat. We're arguing about whether to kill it to see if it becomes a ghost, but we realized we couldn't tell if a ghost would necessarily rise up, and you're kind of the expert on this.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is good. This is a good reason to wake up your boss. Let's go. Show me the rat.
But as you get up, something clatters to the ground, and you look and you see there was a book on that has fallen to the ground. A book you don't remember seeing before, at least here.
Well, I have passed out before. I will pick up the book and flip through it.
It is written in a language you do not recognize.
Oh, no. Means I got to talk to somebody else. All right. Is it at least like the same characters, but a different language, or is it entirely different script?
It is entirely different script.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So you can deal with that information as you see fit.
Well, first I got to help my gang with this rat problem.
Okay. Well, they have the rat in a bucket. It is actually in a barrel. And they're all sort of like gathered around and arguing about, some want to kill it, some think that's bad luck, killing rats. For no reason. If it's not gnawing on something, then it hasn't done no harm. And other people, well, this is what about ghost rats? We got to find out if there's ghost rats, and then we need, and so there's a lot of debate.
Well, don't you think if there were ghost rats, given how many rats are in this city and die all the time, that there'd just be rat ghosts everywhere? Like, there's no rat spirit wardens.
Okay, the council very sagely nods and like, oh yes, yes. A lot of scratching of beards and chins. This sounds very good. Yes. This is very good evidence that you have put forth. Yes. Well, then what should we do with this rat? Should we let it go then?
I mean, do whatever you want with it. Maybe don't kill it.
Okay,
you don't have to. But if you want a pet rat, I'm your boss. I'm not your boss.
There's like, wait, are you our boss?
Kind of. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, So long as you think that I'm justifiably in charge, which maybe I just proved with the rat argument.
Mm-hmm. So you are our
yeah.
boss. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now they're arguing about whether they should get more rats to race them, or they should just keep this one as a pet. So this seems.
I would start with one.
Mm-hmm.
See how much you like the responsibility.
Okay. All right.
And then get a second one. And then all the other ones just show up.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, this is going to take a while there to hash this out. So, yeah, this is how your crew spends their downtime. There's a lot of arguments about weird topics. There's not a whole lot to do down here in the grotto. All right. So vignette over. Yeah. You have, the only two jobs that you have available from, the quest lines, or the prison heist. But, since Flake isn't here, he's off on a bender. Probably don't want to do that. And then but you can find the soul engine or find out where it is. It's the size of a carrot. So this is probably going to take two jobs. One to figure out where it is. And then the next job is just to actually steal it. But you need to figure out where it is. So that it's kept, this information will be kept in an archive of the Golden Hive. You have an idea of where an archive of the Golden Hive is. It's a warehouse, full of documents and books and whatnot, in Brightstone. But you're not maybe 100% sure that that information is in that warehouse. And if so, where it would be. So you kind of just, you know your target, but you don't know where the information is. You probably want to figure out. Yeah, I mean, this would be the gather information checks. Or if you guys want to do something else beforehand, like just do some random heist to get a lot of money, you could do that. There's always, randomly generated jobs available. But Salvage, what are you thinking?
Well, I want to see about what we might be able to do, because the Golden Hive right now is just that's one of the biggest trading guilds in the that's like in Dustfall, right?
Well, it's not an official organization. It's actually like a secret society of merchants.
Okay.
So think more, like
Freemasons.
Freemasons / mafia.
Okay. Something along that lines.
They secretly trade in contraband. Okay.
Okay. Do we know anybody that might be like a low-ranking member?
Actually, no. The Hive is publicly known, but their secret business of trading contraband is secret. So so more like a chamber of commerce, but it also smuggles drugs and guns.
So like the real chamber of commerce, anyway.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Okay, so would we know anybody who is like a low-level bureaucrat in there, or just somebody who's a scribe or somebody else who's just constantly moving information?
Okay. Let's see here. Let me get a name for you. We'll say Ring. Ring, like what you put on your finger.
Okay,
Ring.
Okay.
Maridin.
Ring Maridin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And who do they work for?
They are actually formerly employed by the Hive as a record keeper. So an archivist essentially.
Okay. And what are they doing now?
She is working at the warehouse, the known Hive, like records, building. So
So exactly where we need to be. So
well, you assume so. Like that's the place where the Hive keeps all their records or public. That's the information you get for free. So this is obviously a top secret of the Hive. So but I mean, it would be a good place to put that in a heavily guarded building in a very heavily patrolled sector of the city, neighborhood of the city. But if it's super secret, they might have that information somewhere else. But that would be a good place to start. Like, Ring would certainly know where the guild would keep secrets like that. Or have a idea of where to go next.
Alrighty then.
So that's the start. Work your way up the chain, essentially.
Okay. Then I may go ahead and pay her a visit, along with Salty, since that's like
Well, that's more like getting in the score itself. This is sort of like the gather information check. Do you want to
Okay.
Yeah. You can make a roll to figure out her schedule, any weaknesses she might have, that you could get leverage over her, or something like that. But actually visiting her would actually start the score. So this is more like,
so we're trying to at least think.
Well, this is like the passive background research part. So
okay. Excuse me. I can do like a one study check right now, or that's like finesse if I'm trying to get something. So unless anybody else has,
study would certainly work. What are you trying to figure out about Ring?
Basically, if there's anything that she would need or want right now in order to basically mark it as leverage, so to be able to get something, be able to convince her to assist us with finding this, because this could obviously get her into a lot of trouble. So, no. So
okay. Well, there's not a whole lot of information, or you're unable to dig up any information about her. I'll say for free that she is a member of the Church of Ecstasy, the state religion that honors the life of the body and abhors the corrupted spirit world. So they have a big cathedral in Brightstone.
Do they do a lot of drugs?
No, they actually abhor the occult and drugs and stuff like that. So,
okay.
Let's see here. They want to, they hate ghosts and whispers, and stuff like that. So, anyways, Ring is a member of that church.
Okay.
Salty, what do you want to do? What kind of information do you want to gather?
We're trying to gather information. So Ring?
Ring Marodin is a bureaucrat working at the Hive archives, the records. And your job is to find out where the Soul Engine is, which the Hive has. So that's very secret information, top secret information the Hive has. And the only lead you have for free is that, well, they keep a lot of documents and information at the warehouse, or at this archive, and Ring works at that archive. So that would be a starting point. If you can get if you ask her the right questions, she would probably point you one step closer to the information you want. So
you boys feel like going to church?
Yeah, you could dig up information on the Church of Ecstasy, and what her, position in the church is.
Well, I happen to abhor the ghost world as well, so
all right.
I'll go to the church.
All right, you can consort there.
I'm interested in joining your church.
All right, that would be a consort.
Interested. 5.
All right. So you go to the church. They preach. It's the state religion. It's basically ghosts are bad. The body is good. You want your soul. You want your ghost to be annihilated. Upon death. That the spirits are bad. But you actually pick up some information about Ring. You actually see her there at service. And she is clearly trying to very clumsily trying to try to get the favor of the priest and some of the deacons. It looks to you like she is trying to better her position within the church, and they just, there's always that one person in any group that everyone just kind of like, not quite a scapegoat, not quite, exile, but clearly the least favored. You're not sure why, but she's on the outs with him, and she is clearly trying to improve her situation with the church.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. You also know that the kind of things a person could do within the church to raise their position would be, for example, bringing in occult artifacts so the priest can destroy them in a public ceremony, or burn books, or destroy hulls. Basically,
Is
everything you smuggle is the kind of thing that they hate.
Ring there? Can I speak with Ring?
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry. Is Ring a male or female?
She is.
She.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Ring.
Yes. Oh, hi. Do I know you?
Not yet, but you will want to.
Oh, how do you know me?
I've taken an interest in the church as of late. I too have a distaste for such things as the spirit world and the like. I would like to know more about you. I find you interesting.
Oh, okay.
I've heard rumors about you around here. I haven't been here long, but people speak. I was hearing that you may be interested in maybe improving your position here at the church.
Well, yes, of course. I mean,
Well, I happen to let's just say that I work for an organization that has access to certain things that the church might find distasteful and want to destroy or dispose of, as I myself would like to see them disposed of as well.
oh, are you trying to find a proper channel in which to destroy these unholy things?
Yes, and I thought maybe we could work together on that.
Why can't you simply bring them in yourself? Are you afraid of reprisals from your organization?
Not necessarily, but there's something else that I'm trying to locate as well, and we can talk about that later. But
all right, this is going to be a risky sway check. You might make her more paranoid.
I'm going to spend 2 stress.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I certainly can't do anything untowards. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to fray me and embarrass me further. How dare you? Who put you up to this? Was it the deacon?
It was the deacon.
Deacon Pritchard?
That bastard. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't lie anymore.
She storms off she storms off.
Okay.
Well, yep. So Audra.
I come back to the group.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Yep.
Sorry.
Did you kill her?
No, I'm not Flake.
Okay, then this is salvageable.
Hey, don't bring me into this.
Heyo. So
What, we want to blow dart her? Is that what you mean by salvageable?
I mean,
I know we want to go with what possibly works and has continued to work, but this might not be the best option.
All right.
We're really onto something with this blow dart thing, Jerry.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. So Audra, what do you want to do for your gather information?
Oh boy.
You can find out more about the church. You can find more about her. You can find out more about the hive. For example, you haven't looked to see if they're this is the public place where the hive keeps their records. What if you could try and dig up to see if there are any other candidates for this information?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, or checking out the church in some way, just as like remotely. I don't want to go there. Talk to anybody.
Yeah, you can study. You can read up on the church.
Yeah, that's where I was leaning. All right,
okay,
yeah,
sure.
I'll study one church. Up my study, or is it? I did. Hey,
Heyo.
Don't matter.
All right.
Matters.
I mean, you get some information. What do you want to know about the church in particular? You do hear, I would say, actually part of this information you get is that there's a public side to the church, but there's also a secret side to the church. That, there are secret teachings that higher level members get access to.
Oh, secret teachings are interesting. I was thinking if there were secret finances, like.
You do know that they have a large treasury of tithes from citizens. So they do have a lot of occult and arcane libraries because they're inquisitors. Their priests need to know how to fight all this stuff.
So how large is this church? Sorry,
it is the state religion, quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
They have a grand
pretty
cathedral.
Big is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's a tier 4 organization. So they have many other churches around the city. And yeah, so they know a lot about the occult and arcane. They just want to be the people controlling it, and yeah, so they are allied to the Spirit Wardens and the Leviathan Hunters. But they, yeah. So, but yeah, there are secret leading. So what one? So again, partial, so you don't get everything. But what do you want to know most about them?
I mean, I could really just roll a die and pick any of those. Does anybody have a preference of the other people here? Is something play better into what they wanted to do? Otherwise,
well, it depends on like what do you I mean, think about.
Well,
what
I'm asking the other players.
Okay,
if they wanted if they had an idea where certain information was more useful than other, because I don't really have a preference as a player right now.
Yeah. No, I think that where you're going is there just because we're trying to mainly get just the location data at this point. So,
well, again, the church, you're only looking at the church because of Ring right now. So,
true.
Actually, I would say, oh no, here, I can give you, here's what the other information. You know that a lot of members of the Hive, the higher ranking members are also a member of the Church of Ecstasy. And so there is sort of there seems to be sort of the Hive is known to avoid doing business with any occult or arcane groups publicly, and the Church of Ecstasy is popular among Hive members. So it seems to you that rising up in the ranks of the Hive requires a good position within the church. So that could explain Ring's motive, not necessarily her being faithful to the church, but her wanting to be, rise up in the church to rise up in the Hive. So they're hand in hand. So, but there are other Hive members within the church. They're quite close in some ways. The Hive ties a lot to the church. So that's all you get with that. They have some kind of secret teachings. You don't know what those are. They have they're very large. They're very powerful. Within certain, they're very wealthy, and they're connected to the Hive. So, yeah. So now we're at the score part. So this sounds like you want to do a deception of getting Ring to get you the information or tell you where the information is. So if you're focusing on Ring, that's going to be easier than going at the Hive as a whole. I'll say she is a tier 2 as well, essentially. So I'll give you 3d6 for this, for your engagement roll. So that's going to be a risky for your first roll, for this. So, do you want to approach her directly, or are you going to use a more indirect route? So aside from someone else approaching her and be like, hey, can you help me give these, to the church? You could also more direct things. Obviously, any church loves people who brings new members into the flock. So your gang can all get converted. The gang gets converted. Insert Sunny.
I feel like that won't go well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it won't. But it'll.
Honestly, at this point, having
how long can your gang be convinced to behave? Yeah. So those are two obvious routes. Someone other than or Salty in a disguise could give that to her, or you can make it more overt. Salty could reapproach her and be like, "Hey, I'll give you this artifact if you give me this information."
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is try again with some token of good faith of here's this thing, because I'm sure we just have. I just imagine we have crates of stupid shit laying around.
Yeah. They're going to convert it.
Here's
a haunted egg beater
skull.
Have we confirmed the rat box? We can basically just try to make one and give that to her.
Oh, rat spirit box.
Yeah, a rat Divik box.
Kill the box. Kill the rat, guys.
Oh, damn it.
I like the haunted egg beater, to be honest.
Okay. Haunted egg beater works.
Yeah. It is said to be possessed by the spirit of a rat. Although no one knows for sure. But it is definitely haunted.
The ghost.
If you listen at night, you can hear it turning itself in the kitchen.
Yeah, it was crafted by a artificer who basically was tired of working in the kitchen and just made self-made kitchen tools. Very Sorcerer's Apprentice style. And
It whisks along in the night kitchen.
He had a familiar that was a rat chef named Ratatouille.
Yeah, exactly.
How much does Patton Oswalt cost these days? Let's get him in on this episode.
All right, so this is going to be risky to just approach her directly and sway. Give me this information. Tell me where I can find. Like, what are you asking her? Like the.
That's not my problem. I just provide the artifact.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to her. Like, look, here's a token of good faith, and you can have this one on the house.
What do you want?
We want to work with her at a later. Like, we'll work with her further, but this one is just like Birk said, is a good faith offering to show that we're not. This is all in the up and up, even though it's all.
Yeah, we need a plan of what we actually want from her.
Information.
Yeah, right, but she doesn't want to betray the hive or the church, and revealing secrets of the hive is obviously betraying the hive. So, how
about we want to join the hive?
Okay. Yeah, you could ask her that. So, that's a risky sway check to earn her trust with this pretense.
I will assist because
2 more stress as well.
Fuck.
Yep. All right, so plus 2d6. Oh yeah, by the way, Salty, since you missed last session, you start over at 0 stress.
That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, anytime you miss a session, we just assume you're on a bender and you get to wipe your stress.
A 5.
All right. Well, if you just wanted to join the hive, you could have been more direct. I can't.
Look, I don't know how things work around here. Everyone's all like subterfuge and backstabby and.
Well, I understand that.
How things work around here.
This will definitely help me in the church, and I can certainly explain. I can guide you on how to apply to be a member of the hive. But one of the in order to be a full member, I'm an employee. I'm not a member per se. There's members, dues paying members, and employee members, and they're very different. So, are you wanting to work for the hive, or are you wanting to be a dues paying member? Dues paying members get a lot of privileges, and they don't have any responsibilities, but obviously they have to pay for the privilege.
What's the cost?
Well, it depends on what level. What kind of the first requirement is that you're a business owner. So,
we own a business. We're a shipping company.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're a shipping company, then you need it'd probably just be 1 coin for the initial month. But that's sort of a test to see if you're hive material. And I can introduce you to let's see, Zamira. Zamira is the one who handles applications for new dues paying members. And she can walk you through all the requirements. They have to verify your business, of course, and they have to. And I can provide advice for you. I've seen a lot what to do and what to not. But you have to fit in. It's a club of merchants with taste and good business savvy for networking. And
how many coin to?
Just one to apply.
No.
Okay. How
many coin to skip the business verification process?
Oh, if you're going for the big boy route, usually that they invite you because they've already heard of you. So like, I've heard.
Oh, I'm sure they've heard of us.
I've heard that starts at 12 coins.
Ooh.
Okay, so 1 coin it is.
Yes, I would have like most of the big boy people. That doesn't happen very often. Usually, when a prince from another country visits or moves to Duskwall.
Quick question: do we have 12 coin in our coffers?
I don't think so.
No, you have to like scrounge up and take from stash and stuff, which it's not worth it for this gag.
Yeah.
It would be hilarious for the other players to come back next session and like, where's all our money?
Yeah. So she continues to explain, basically think of country clubs here. You have to dress posh, you have to act, have a modicum of manners.
I dress posh.
Yeah. So you'd be fine. And then, they would have the main challenge that you can see that as Ring is explaining to you is the verifying your business. They don't let criminal organizations in very, very explicitly. So your front organization is very minimal at this point, practically non-existent. You'd have to build up an asset for that, which means spending another coin and making some kind of check to fake up a bunch of documents and proof that you're a legitimate shipping company and not, a bunch of bloodthirsty smugglers.
Which one of you guys can do that? Actually, I could talk to my my shrewd friend about possibly working up, because she's a servant of nobility.
Mm-hmm.
She might have access to some at least official documentation that we could.
She could
forge.
She could borrow a seal from one of the nobles she works for. And
Jenna, I need you to risk your livelihood again.
Yep. Well, if you're asking her, that depends on how good your sway check is what her price is going to be. So yeah. I would say her price is going to be 7 minus your sway result. To a minimum of 1, but like between 1 and 6.
3 coins.
Yeah. So if you want Jenna to forge documents for you, proving your shipping company, it would cost you 3 coins.
I've got 2 coins. Anyone want to toss me one?
Sure.
Yeah, I can. All right. Go ahead.
Okay.
We can each pay 1 or something.
Yeah, I'll pay 1. So
okay.
Grab it out of the
mm-hmm.
Guild bank if we need to.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you pay her. You have the forged documents, but you have to have a sit-down interview with you and any other business partners. Do you have any business partners?
2 other business partners currently. Yes.
Okay. Good. That's good. They don't like solo acts as much. They want stability of a corporation, not a sole proprietorship. The fact you can have 3 partners who are making a living from it also proves your worth. So come to the let's see here. There is a a tavern called the Moon's Daughter here in Brightstone. Go there and introduce and ask for Zamira tomorrow night. I'll let her know to expect you and have your your 1 coin fee, and then they'll conduct the interview and make sure have your partners obviously come with you.
Sounds good.
All right. So Ring gets you in with the Hive. So what's your shipping company called, by the way? Your very legitimate real one.
Let's see.
just give him the name of my brother's company.
Duskfall Direct.
The what?
Wait, Birk was saying Justin, but
no, that's not what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I said Duskfall Direct.
I should just give them the name of my brother's company, not tell my brother.
Yeah. Oh God, I love that.
So when they check it, like, hey, yeah, they've been operating for decades.
Yeah. What was your brother's name again?
The one that I ended up having.
Yeah, the one who was
run the shipping company. Oh boy, I don't remember.
Okay.
It's not in my.
What's your
my
family
notes.
name? Do you remember that?
My actual is Corvellis.
Corvellis. All right. We'll just go with the Corvellis Shipping Company.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, the Corvellis Shipping Company. The Corvellis Shipping Company. So yeah, with that information, they'll definitely list. That'll definitely assage. Plus, with the forged documents, you will be in like Flint as long as you don't fuck up the interview. Yep. So the 3 of you head in to the Moon's Daughter. The next night, you are all dressed up in posh clothing, borrowing some from Vime's closet. He's not around to complain about it. So,
Oh wait, don't I still have my nice outfit from the scam a couple of games ago?
sure.
Okay.
And you give your name to the doorman, and the doorman lets you in, and you're led into a private dining room with Zamira and two other hive members. They're posh merchants, and they look you over and they're like, oh yes, hello, the Corvellis shipping company. We're very glad to hear from you all. We're very surprised. We kind of judging from our notes, last time we actually extended a offer of membership, and a representative from your company refused, said it was a waste of money and time. What persuaded you? What changed your mind?
See, that's why they're no longer with the company. They lacked that type of vision.
Oh, I see. We here at the Hive, of course, want to prosper like the industrious bee. That is why we use that as our symbol. Every member of the Hive knows its place, and to produce a stable community that creates wealth that is used wisely by its ruler. In this case, we are obviously of a higher caste than the humble worker bee. I think you would agree.
Yeah, you don't want to die every time you start a fight. Right?
Yeah. Is that?
Bees do that.
Oh, they do. Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was not aware. But yes, each of you tell a little bit about yourself and what you do at Corvella Shipping Company, in order to, create a better business. How do you make a positive impression on the bottom line of your ledgers? What is your name? Sorry.
Audra.
Audra. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And your two associates?
This is Salty and Salvage.
Salty and Salvage?
No, I'm not going by my gang.
Neither am I. No.
All right. So
they can introduce themselves.
Yeah. Yes. They look at you, Salty. Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Oberon.
Oberon
Matthias de Claremont.
Oh, yes. And what do you do for the shipping company?
Well, my partner Audra here makes the money, and I spend the money.
Oh, you spend the money. What do you spend the money on?
Making more money.
Oh, yes, of course, expansion, a noble endeavor. How are you expanding recently? What is your current project, I guess?
Well, our current project is finding a seat at the table at the Hive.
So
we see that there's a lucrative endeavor to join this membership with this organization.
Yes, networking is quite important. So it sounds like you have more capacity in your shipping ability than your demand. So yes, I understand that. Then they look at you, Salvage.
Steve Charles.
Steve Charles. Yes. And what do you do for the company?
Delivery dynamics.
Delivery dynamics. Could you explain that? I'm a bit of a layman when it comes to shipping.
Certainly no. This just pretty much goes into the basis of what we can do to find the most efficient routes, as well as the most efficient delivery means, whether this is by general cart. That's like large caravans, shipping lanes over the canals, or experimenting with new hull designs to see if we can automate the process.
And so do you focus more on the engineering or on the logistics?
It's a bit of both. So right now we have the people who will bring me the information on the lanes right now, and I kind of make the final call because trust your people as always. But in turn, right now, I've always been more on the engineering side, trying to make the improvements that make Dustfall better.
I see. Very interesting.
Don't look at me.
So actually one of the other ones speaks up. When you let's see. So you're an expert on logistics and planning routes. Well, that's actually something I work as well. This is someone who hasn't introduced himself. One of Zamira's aides. Tell me, when you have you what are your insights into planning trips to Skovland to the north? What do you find are the most challenging problems of planning trips there?
Okay, so just out of character, that's like what would that be to basically know the issues of that? So
Study. That would be just to think of it. That would be controlled. If you want to just spout it off the top extemporaneously, but if you make that roll, that's just going to give you a better effect on actually talking about it. So if you just want to talk out your ass and just be done with it, that's a risky study check.
Okay.
Now you could sway to just use rhetoric to basically say nothing yet sound convincing. Or you could do something else entirely. You could, there's any number of ways you could deal with this, but what do you actually know about that is study.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too. Well, because that's also an actual sea that's going on to there.
Well, he's talking about reaching the Skovlands, which are the set of islands to the north. So basically across the seas. The cultures there like Scandinavian and Northern British Isles, but yeah, there's trade between them. So the Skovland
So yeah, I could do that. The only other thing I can think of is utilizing Tinker, basically saying, making the argument. Oh no, for that one right now, I know I wouldn't have the full correct answer since we're looking at there, but we're developing these technologies and basically
you could steer it to a topic that you actually know something about.
Technobabbling about a particular.
So that's a risky Tinker check.
Okay, so I can accept that since I at least have 3 dice in that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want to write up on my technobabble? Bullshit.
Sure.
And
I have no idea what you're talking about, so I can't help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would say if you get a partial success, you'll persuade them, but you'll either have to make a resolve check as you freak out about it, or you can raise a suspicion or about failing the interview.
All right, cool. Well, I will do that.
2 out of 6. So
yeah, I'll do that. And since I haven't spent any stress this round, I will go ahead and add 1. So I'll roll 5. Partial. So
okay. So do you want to freak out about it, or do you want to make him more suspicious about it?
So, what would be the benefit of the freak out there too? Because what will that do?
Well, it won't raise his suspicion. You just keep talking, and to the point where you sound convincing, but internally you're dying inside.
Okay, yeah, then I'll take a stress off of that. So
no, make a resolve resistance.
Oh, the resolve check. Okay, yeah. So
you're going to take 6 stress minus your highest die roll.
Oh God.
Actually, no, not resolve. Let me look. This is a social thing, so it would be
insight.
No, it would be resolve. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so that would be God. That'll be 1d6 against that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, let's do the resolve. Just kind of keep talking.
Or you can just take 2 out of 6, and if you don't fill it up, then you'll all be fine.
Okay, so just take 2 stress out of 6.
2 on the clock.
Oh, 2 on the clock, or 6 minus your roll stress.
Oh, yeah, that's good there.
Tragedy in the comments.
Are we okay with doing 2 on the clock?
It's your choice, man.
Yep. Yeah. Don't ask other players. It's entirely
okay.
Choice.
Yeah, we'll take 2 on the clock then.
Okay.
So.
Interview. All right. 2 out of 6. So he's like, he seems somewhat unconvinced. So there's going to be more questions. Audra, what do you do for the company?
Research and procurement, mostly into subject shipping opportunities.
Shipping opportunities, like new
cargo, things like this, new opportunities to expand the business.
And what cargo in particular have you found that you are most proud of?
They don't want us doing ghost shit.
Yep. Yep. So this is going to be another thing. Like, can you bullshit? They're basically grilling you with technical questions about shipping.
Peruvian golden apples.
Yeah.
Well, close. I was going to bullshit about bringing up exotic spices from my home continent.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's your home continent, so you have better effect. What do you want to? How do you see yourself? Is this again more rhetoric and just talking about how great these spices are, or would you be sway, or consort? You could take or command, really, depending on your tone. Study is knowing nerd shit in general, but yeah, sorry.
No worries. So from Tycheros, which is demon saffron, which is people are putting in their rice these days.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really a big blow up industry.
Mm-hmm.
So but it's very difficult to transport. You have to be very swift, which is why it doesn't make it up here. It usually goes stale by the time you make it this far north. Mm-hmm. But we've developed ships, and through Salvage's optimization of travel lanes, we're able to get ships up fast enough between Tycheros and Duskfall.
Oh, yes.
Which, using the Demon Saffron as a trial run, now we're ready to expand out because there's lots of other probably perishable goods going in either direction that previously were unshippable.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We figured out how to do it.
It's all right. This is risky. Well, how do you want to persuade him? Is this more studious or is this more?
This is study. We're talking about
nerding out about spices.
Yeah, and like perishable foods and like how to transport things. Okay. And I will burn 2 just to get an extra one for now. Anybody want to assist?
I'll assist you on that. Okay.
Crit. Spices.
Nice.
All right. You speak so eloquently. It's just a masterclass on demon saffron, and it's just it's spellbinding, really. Welcome to my TED Talk on demon saffron. They are enthralled with it, so they don't even think to ask Salty any more questions. Because you speak at length about it, and
it's very profitable. You can sell that shit for so much.
Yeah, they're eager. Well, we have to. I mean, this is. You'll have to tell our archivist, our head archivist, about this. He's a fiend for spices. Syrah, yes. We're having a dinner party tomorrow night here, and he's coming. Can you bring some of this? Do you have any in stock?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So yes. You pass. Treat. Yeah, you pass with a crit. So you're in Corvella's shipping company as a provisional member of the Hive. You're given little golden bee pins.
So the brother's name was Darius, by the way. I'm sure Darius will be very happy to hear that.
Yeah. You can do a lot of networking with him. And Darius didn't want to join because he was out at sea all the time, so he didn't want to pay for something he wasn't going to be able to use. So he wasn't like high-minded about it. He was just like, well, I'm too busy.
Oh, will he actually be happy about it? Is it actually a good thing to be in the Hive?
If someone is there to network and get a bit more contracts, yes. So okay. You would have to do that, or somebody from the family would have to do that. So, but Darius is out, shipping out at sea.
Sure.
Yeah. So, he'd be very happy to hear that you take a more active interest in the company.
That's one way to put it, I guess. Fair. What is our rep as the blind eyes with 5?
It's negative.
-2.
Yeah.
-2.
Yeah, if they knew it was you, they would not like you.
So we'll have to use the shipping company as our front to continuously interact with them. Okay. That's fine.
So, you have wormed your way into the Hive. You can talk to members now. Your dues paying members, you can go to any of their public houses and get a free drink or a free meal once per day. A lot of this is just places for business people to do networking and stuff and schmooze, and drink and get away from their spouses because business. and that kind of thing. So the secret stuff that they're doing, that that they do, because of your real business, is obviously only done by trusted members who've been around for a while. But all of you can now make rolls and gather information about where the fuck they would keep secrets. To get much better leads now.
Consort with other members of the hive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can do that. Oh, double sixes.
Holy shit.
I think we found it.
Yeah,
Where
apparently.
this engine thing.
Yeah, no, not where the engine is, but you do know that Sierra, the head archivist, who works actually in a secret place. They have a network of buildings, and so Sierra, the archivist, basically he let's see here, he actually is in where haven't we used they actually keep it in one of the poor districts in Char Hollow, in an underground vault, because that's where they keep information of information of great importance to the hive. He whispered that basically you get someone really drunk, this dude just starts blabbing. Oh yeah, people always want to find out where the bank vault is, where the treasury is, and like, well, that's gold's heavy, coin is heavy. Treasure's heavy, but if I was a thief, I would be going to Char Hollow and figure out where Sierra works out of, because that's where they keep their vault of secrets. The hive, they build up a lot of blackmail, a lot of leverage material, a lot of all kinds of interesting secrets, and they keep it. But this kind of information is very important. So Sierra knows where it is. There's a couple of trusted guards that they actually cut their tongues out, or maybe they find people with their tongues out and then hire them. I'm actually not sure. But anyways, only Sierra is the only person with a tongue who knows how to get into this place. And it's somewhere in Char Hollow, but yeah, that's where they keep their real important dirt and the business contracts that make or break the city, schematics on the ghost wall, all kinds of interesting. Well, it's rumored, of course. But Sierra's the man to talk to about secrets. Why were you asking about secrets again? Man, I'm really drunk. Sorry.
Me too.
Yeah. Man.
How about another drink?
Yeah, my wife says I should not drink and socialize because I talk too much. But, that's just... I found out about this thing called trans powder. Man, I wish I had some right now.
You ever had ghost?
Do you?
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah. All right.
Get this guy some fucking trans powder.
Actually, will he give us more information if we have it?
There's only one way to find out.
Salty, here's some trans powder.
Here you go, buddy.
All right. He just he just goes into a trance. So
all right,
go through his stuff.
I roll them.
All right, you get a coin. You get 2 coins. And a really nice knife.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, he was loaded. He was carrying a lot of coin, 2 coins worth. So yeah, let's see. But yeah, while you're doing that, while Salty is doing that, Salvage, what are you going to be doing at the club?
I'm trying to think of anybody else that I could talk to, or
so Sierra is going to be here tomorrow night for a dinner party, and Sierra is the one who knows where the Vault of Secrets is in Char Hollow, or how to get in.
So are they going to be that's like where they're going to be are seated to, or is this basically just a social milling event?
Well, that could be something you could figure out. That you do not know that yet. So yeah, you could pump the servants or the people for information to hear what's this dinner party going to be like.
Okay. Yeah, see if I can pull information from that. I do have, I guess, Well, that'd be more of a consorting information, and unfortunately, I don't have a lot of social skills. So,
Okay. Well, how are you going to try and figure this information out then?
Let's see.
You could use prowl to eavesdrop on people.
Yeah. Or actually, I forgot I had a lot of finesse here too. Could I possibly get maybe look for servants or other people with general orders to kind of see what they might are being given for the next day's event?
Well, that's not finesse is like running and parkouring. I don't see how that's going to help you with.
I thought that was I thought that was also with being able to pickpocket and be able to get things.
I guess you could pickpocket servants. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Just basically just kind of searching to see what I could get from them.
Yeah. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Because I used it for that last time, so.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I don't know what else you would use. I guess prowl.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Yeah, no prowl. No finesse. All right.
Okay. So, all right, I'll give that a shot. And yeah, I'll go ahead and post some stress to give myself a bonus on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, success.
All right, you get 2 keys from the servants.
Okay. Can I tell where they go just by the design, or
they go into locks?
If they notice it, okay. So I guess I'll do maybe a survey check around to see where to kind of quietly see which ones they go into. So
sure.
If there's a door within here, or
this will be controlled. Just a survey.
Okay. Just a survey control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah. Would anybody like to give me a bonus dice, because I only have 1 on that to
sure
give me a. Thank you. Just to give me a chance to without getting caught.
I said it was controlled.
Nope.
All right, you cannot do it. You find there's too many eyes on there, especially after you take the keys, because the servants aren't looking for them. They realize they're missing. So, yeah, they're probably go to certain doors in here. So, they look somewhat standardized. So maybe they'll work on more than one door. Maybe a different set of doors. The doors do have different subtle variations in the design. They have like carvings and things on that, like there. So probably. Yeah, but that's about all you can do in this time.
Okay.
Yeah, so that take you. But meanwhile, Audra, what are you going to be doing in this night of just mingling and introducing yourself to the hive?
Boy, I wish I could do like a low effect controlled attune.
Yeah, you can
see what everybody is up to in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can.
If there's any schemers amongst us. Just kind of minding my business. I'll talk to people if they go up and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I want to hear more about this human spice. I'm like, well.
Oh yeah, you're quite popular with that. Yeah.
But in general, I just want to sip my champagne and see what everybody else is up to.
Okay. Yeah, you can just do that.
Partial.
With a partial. So what is there's definitely some auras in this room. There's some people with some sort of attuned artifacts, some maybe spirit banes or demon banes, or maybe something minor like that. It's hard to tell exactly. What else are you trying to figure out?
Okay, I was seeing if there's anything big and obvious of people not on the up and up about there.
Nothing. If there's something big,
nothing culty going on here secretly.
I mean, the fact that that you're getting any auras is kind of like, that's a bit suspicious.
Well, okay, so is it though, or is just having a demon bane charm if you're a rich person in Duskwall like?
Well, the hive's public position
has a gun in Bath Shop or something.
Well, they're not. Yeah, the thing is, the hive's position is that they're against the occult, and they will not traffic in it at all. So there's more than
Okay.
There are some minor artifacts, not just spirit veins, but like the equivalent of the egg beater or something like that. So like, there's clearly some level of hypocrisy going on here. So, but you can't tell anything minor. There's no major artifacts or hulls that are active, at least in the vicinity. You could try and focus on attuning. That would escalate it to a risky thing to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like the members here are, do as I say, not as I do.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't really want to escalate because I feel like that's a pretty quick deal breaker with these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Because again, calling them out on their hypocrisy probably pretty risky.
Yeah.
So also the fact that they don't realize you're a whisperer. So a whisperer.
That's not my problem.
Yep. So the night goes by. Now you know about Sierra, and you know that he will be there tomorrow night. And you have some keys to the building. So Sierra is definitely your target. Sierra can tell you how to get in the vault, which will definitely have the location of the soul engine. So you basically have another dinner party to go to tonight. And assuming your plan is going to the dinner party and then tailing Sierra or kidnapping him from it, or somehow blackmailing Sierra, are you going to make contact with Sierra at the party, before the party, or after the party?
I feel like during we could at least make low stakes initial contact.
Okay.
Right, like you don't want to roll up to the party and be like, hey, tell me about this ghost vault thing.
The Vault of Secrets.
That's the one.
Yeah. So, all right. You all roll in. You have to wear fancy duds. I'll let you kind of describe what aesthetic you're going for. There seems to be a little bit of leeway in terms of fashion for the upper bourgeois merchants that you will be mingling with. So Salty, what are you going to be? What aesthetic are you choosing for your dinner party attire?
Dark and elegant.
Okay. All right. Classic. Let's see, kind of the tux with bow tie kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Salvage, what about you?
Something that's just nicer dress shirt underneath, but what would be like a fancier overcoat with a lot of scroll work and some more or less things to hide things that would be on my the different vials of stuff that I can sneak in. So
okay. All right, yeah. Hide lots of vials. That's your you got your priority straight.
The blow dart gum comes in handy.
Apparently.
You don't use it for everything, but it does come in handy.
Mm-hmm. And Audra, what about you?
Oh, I have a finely tailored pinstripe suit.
Ooh. All right. Very good. So the three of you roll in there. You're looking very fashionable. Zamira introduces the three of you to various people. Everyone wants to hear about the Demon Saffron, Audra. So, but you find out that there is going to be a performance at the dinner. There is going to be a storyteller. Apparently one of their things is having, condemned prisoners come in who have demonstrated a certain level of rhetoric of storytelling to tell them thrilling tales of crime and violence, set to chamber music, of course. So they're wanting to, they're going to be hearing a tale of a gang, something it's something. You don't know what the story is going to be or who's telling it, but that is what you're told. Zamir tells you, he's like, oh, we've got such a great storyteller tonight. It'll be so entertaining. What's
the storyteller's name?
Oh, it's some criminal from Ironhook. He's on loan. You have a couple of the great, the blue coats guarding him, of course. So you have no worries about it. But he's all of our he's been wowing dinner parties all across Duskwall. He's got a very thrilling tale to tell. So
I may need to find out who that is.
Okay, how do you want to try and do that?
I will consort with. I'm assuming the blue coat guards are at the party with.
They're kept in a side room until it's time for them to come out. But servants are going in and out. But yeah, they you notice that they use a key to get in.
Is there any way we could like peek in there when they go in?
That would probably be prowl. To do so surreptitiously.
And y'all know how to
I do
prowl?
have the keys with me.
Yeah, you could try the key. That would be finesse.
Yeah. I could go up. I don't have prowl, but I can go up and try the key with finesse if you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Partial success.
All right. I'll say that'll create a new suspicion meter. So, party fail. 1 out of 8. All right, but the door is unlocked.
Are you supposed to be here?
Yeah, basically. So yeah, one of you can slip in, take a look.
Okay. So
I'll
all right.
I'll go in because you're not good at talking to people.
All right.
Gave it away.
You slip in. You see 2 blue coats, and the prisoner. The prisoner's in chains. They don't notice you immediately. So are you just wanting to get a quick glance in and then pop out? Or are you gonna like?
Yeah, I just want to see who this criminal is in the event that it might be one of the people we fucked over at one point.
Yep.
About to tell a story at our dinner party.
Yep. Yeah. Give me a survey check. This is controlled. As you look at them.
5.
Oh, that's a really familiar face. Oh, where'd you see them? Oh, fuck.
Does it look like Biscuit McGillicuddy?
No. You don't have a name to that face. But oh, God. Was it? Oh, it's out killing you. You remember seeing them in one of your fights. Oh God. Oh shit. Was it the Foghound? Is that? Oh God, that must have been one of the, you saw that face. You recognize the scar on that dude's face. He was at the Foghound's lair. You must be a Foghound when you destroyed the gang and their hideout.
Fine.
I turn around and leave the room. Sorry, wrong room, and I walk out.
Okay, well they don't even see you.
Okay, I go up to Salvage. And your vials in your pockets, whatever you're carrying. I know you're carrying them. Do you have anything really strong?
Like define strong.
Like
what are you needing? What are you needing it to do?
Like I need you to like something. I don't know, like poison.
Like actually kill poison, or just disable poison?
I need you, well, death is just another form of disability.
Okay, so is this like a quiet one, or is this need to make a scene because we need to?
Are you there with us?
Yeah.
Okay, I grab Audra. I grab you by your collar. Look,
No.
there's a fucking foghound in that room. I recognized him. I know he knows who we are if he sees us.
He probably hasn't seen my face.
But he knows us.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
So, Salvage, I'm going to need you to kill someone.
I have to kill somebody?
Yeah, you have to salvage the situation for us.
Yes, there you go.
I mean, if you get a chance to talk to him, I'm sure you could persuade him to not, rat you out. He isn't
I don't like the Foghounds.
I feel like we have sufficient social advantage here that it's our word against his, and he's a criminal and we're aristocrats. They're not going to listen to him over us.
You really want to test and see how resilient those forged papers are?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, they're not forged. I mean, the Corvella Shipping Company is a real thing. True. I am
They'd
part
have to
of
do
it.
some real digging to find out that.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like if a criminal, they bring a criminal to some rich people party to tell them stories, and that criminal's like, I know them. They're not going to listen to that guy because he's their crazy storytelling person from the prison. They don't think he's a human being.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm game.
So I can prepare something just in case, but
No, I guess this is not the type of party where they could do little masquerade.
Not this party. Not tonight.
Yeah.
They do have masquerades.
Yeah.
But this is storytelling night. The table set up and the tables are set up in kind of a U, so everyone can see. The storyteller gets in the middle and tells a story, and while chamber music plays while everyone eats, yeah, it's kind of how they do it. So, yeah, you can't try to kill them. You can just hope for the best.
It's up to you. I'm not going to stop y'all if you want to kill him. Don't get me wrong.
well, like I said,
It'd be more entertaining to kill him.
Then go for it.
But I'm also cold, so and reckless.
really leaning on that, huh? Yeah, this would definitely be cold and reckless to try to murder somebody who is kept under guard at a dinner party.
Also, I did reveal my real name earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk to you about that later after the game.
Okay.
Because that's going to definitely be part of my reckless and background.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, yeah. What do you keep on going? So, the dinner party proceeds. You are all introduced to Sierra at one point, especially you, Audra. Sierra wants to hear all about the demon saffron. I forgot. Did you bring some?
I did.
All right. So, you'll be having, Sierra will be having some, tonight, and he is quite appreciative, quite grateful. He's just finding food a real bore at the moment.
It is also much like real saffron, expensive and tasteless, but changes the color of the food, which people like.
Yeah. But demon saffron has a very subtle flavor. At least that's what you convince people.
It's a little smoky. Maybe.
Yeah, it's subtle like bay leaves.
It gives you a good mouthfeel. Yeah.
But
It's
really
real
empty.
Good for you, mommy.
That umami.
Umami.
God.
All right. So, so Audra, I assume you're just waiting for until after the party to make your move, right?
Yeah. What is our actual move to actually talk to?
Well, you could try and talk to Sierra at any point during the party, or you could wait until after the party as he's going home, presumably to Char Hollow.
Yeah.
But judging from the drunk guy, it sounds like he lives in the Vault of Secrets. So,
well, if that's true, then we should just follow him. Like, I will obviously talk to them, and
you also notice he does have
best
two.
behavior.
He does have two bodyguards who never talk. They do look very well armed. They're, pretty serious looking dudes. Well, one dude, one woman, but yeah, they look pretty serious and they don't talk. In fact, to each other, they kind of make sort of sign language gestures to each other. They are very serious looking customers. But yeah, so, Salty, comes down to you. Are you going to make a move before the storyteller begins or not?
No, I'll sit and be quiet.
Okay.
And unassuming.
All right. The three of you, all of you, sit down at your places for the dinner party.
Do we have assigned seating?
No, you can choose. I'll let you
sit near. I'll continue to talk to and sit near Sarah.
All right.
I'm just gonna keep chatting him up.
All right. So
probably a lonely person.
He is. Yeah, he loves people. He's kind of not really a businessman, a scholar, and so he doesn't. It's hard for him to really, talk to people. He's very old and eccentric, So yeah. But now you get lost talking about spices and cooking with him. So, yeah,
he's old. Is he rich?
He's pretty well to do. I mean, the hive takes care of him.
Do they have prenups in Dustclaw?
I would say no. No,
okay.
they barely have corporations. They don't even have prenups. They haven't thought of that.
Trust a thing in here? I don't know if trust is a thing.
So,
Just curious. No reason.
Yeah,
Just curious.
He tries to talk about old food from Scovlin that he liked once.
Mm-hmm.
It was Barm something. I can't remember. It was
Smack Barm Paywet. Yeah.
Yes.
Up there.
Yes.
God damn it.
It was repelling, yet
it
was repelling and compelling at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Now, real experts order Bean Wet. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Next time you're up there, get Bean Wet.
Oh, I'm not. I'm too old to go back up to Scovland anytime soon.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can smuggle you in a baby yet sometime.
I bet if you wanted, I could probably get you passage.
Oh, well, perhaps
on a safe trade boat.
Oh, yes. I just the oceans and the leviathans just terrify me. So I've had nightmares of the last few years. Perhaps I've been spending too long underground in the vault, but I don't like talking
vault.
About that. Oh, they
how eccentric! You live in a vault. You must be so rich.
Well, it's the hive's vault. I don't own it. It's just I have too many secrets in my head. They don't trust me. My two guards are more my keepers rather than.
That doesn't make sense. Why would they give you so many secrets if they don't trust you? Sure, you're very trustworthy.
Thank you, my dear. I try to be very trustworthy, but they're more afraid of what happens if I were to die and my ghost were to get in the wrong hands, I suppose. It would not be above a band of brigands to kidnap me, kill me, and wait for my ghost to come out.
No, I've heard there are gangs that deal entirely in ghosts. It sounds sickening.
It is. Yes, we live in a terrifying world. The spirit wards.
You want to do some ghost cocaine until your heart explodes?
What? I'm sorry. Okay. I must have misheard you. It sounded something very.
No, I got ghost Tourette's. It's fine.
Oh. All right. So the storyteller comes out, and then all three of you do recognize him. You remember seeing his face. You could have sworn one of you killed him, but maybe he just fell down and played dead. You didn't really confirm all your kills. It was kind of like hit them, kill the leaders, get the fuck out before all the blue coats show up. It was quite chaotic. He somehow survived. And yeah, he tells us the tragic tale of the fall of the Foghounds. And he's quite a good storyteller. So you hear the story from his point of view, from their point of view. And the tragic loss of his leaders, how they were all they were all loyal to each other, and they were all, trying their best, but in the end it didn't even matter. Marguerite Vale, Bear, and Goldie, their vessel, the Foghound, they were all sailors. They were all worked together, and then they were trying for a better life. But another gang, he doesn't name the other gang, because he fears reprisals even now because they're still out there. But at during points, he looks at each of you square in the eyes with a very knowing look. So each of you can make an insight or resolve resistance check. He lingers on the three of you too long. There's nothing to know, but he knows. And he is not fucking happy about it, but he's playing. He's not accusing you publicly, but, so, each of you needs to make a resistance check. And if you don't want to take the stress, you can act very suspicious and add 2 to the party fail meter clock.
Partial success.
So it's 6 minus your highest roll. Yeah,
6 minus highest roll. So you take 1 stress, Aaron.
Okay.
Or you can add 2 to party fail.
I can take stress.
All right.
What is the party fail clock at now? 1 out of 8.
Mm-hmm.
I will add the 2 to the fail.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably a little nervous because it was my idea to just walk in here and not deal with him. So I don't want to get everybody in trouble.
Yeah, you're like, oh, regrets. Oh no, I have them. Yeah, Salty, you're
How was I
cult-
supposed to know my actions have consequences?
Me reading. Awesome. Me sewing. What the fuck? Yeah. Salty, you're cold blooded. You don't give it.
I just stare at him with a smirk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best way to do that. Yeah, Sarah looks at you. He's like, are you all right? My dear.
Yeah, perhaps a bit too much demon saffron.
Oh, I did not know it had such an effect.
It's quite potent.
Oh, there's a leech in attendance, I believe. We could attend to you.
It'll pass. Thank you, though.
Oh, okay, of course, my dear. It ends with a round of applause. The guards say this will reduce his sentence for good behavior. As obviously they pay for him to tell stories, which goes to the prison guards. But it takes time off his sentence because he got rounded up. Because he was after that he broke into a person's house to sleep in their bed out of desperation and
whomst amongst us.
Yep. But he's the last surviving foghound, or so he claims. Yeah. So
pretty fancy.
But after that, Salty, a servant comes to you. He's like, "Excuse me, sir. There's a matter for you to attend to. If you just follow me."
May I inquire as to the nature of this?
Medical emergency? Oh.
It is rather urgent.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, I must take my leave. I will return shortly.
All right. So, you go into the side room, and there are the 2 prison guards and the prisoner.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, after your little store, the prisoner here has a very interesting story. It says, he says you and a few other people are not who you say you are. It's a very outlandish accusation, but I think it's rather credible. So
you find the words of a criminal to be rather credible?
Well, yeah, because he knows if he's wrong, he would it would be really bad for him.
He also knows that if he says anything, he'll do anything he can to try and get out of those manacles.
Oh, he's not getting out of the manacles. He says he doesn't even care. He just wants you to suffer. So, or to sweat a little. Yeah. But yeah, you don't have to suffer, but you do have to pay.
I have to pay?
Yeah. You're doing quite well for yourself. So we'll even, apply some of it to his rehabilitation fund. But yeah, because he's the one who brought it in.
I'll rehabilitate him for you here and now if you want me to.
No.
I pull out the nice knife I was given.
I think you stole it, didn't you? Or no, you got it. You rolled it off the chart.
Really?
Yeah.
Victimless crime.
No. There'll be no violence here tonight.
Well, there's about to be violence. I don't like my honor being impugned by a criminal.
Well, we could take this up with Zamira. You're a provisional member, aren't you? It'd be a real shame if this were to throw doubt on and cause them to investigate you further.
You can investigate away. My papers are clean.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am who I say I am. I am not who a low-life criminal claims me to be.
All right, if you're going to try and intimidate...
Also, 2 corrupt members of the Blue Coat organization. I have contacts within your organization that would be more than happy to hear about your activities right now.
All right, if you're escalating, this is a desperate command roll. If you fail, this will add 4 to the party fail. If you get a partial, it'll add 4 to it, and not fully resolve it.
Gonna use some stress.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little. Yeah, there's always devil bargains.
Oh yeah, you could always ask for a devil's bargain.
I don't deal with the devil.
Okay.
That's shit.
Eat my ass.
All right. So with a partial, you're at 7 out of 8 on the party fail meter now. As you raise your voices and you get escalate, they say, "Look, we want something out of this. 3 coins and we're gone. Or give us some collateral for the, and we'll be out of your hair."
Your collateral is your continued employment with the Bluecoats. I've said my piece.
If you don't give them anything, they will take this to Zamira.
Let me consort with my...
All right, you consort with them. You see if you can cough up 3 coins.
Okay, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I come back to the table.
Yep.
Okay, so the criminal did recognize us, and he's talking to the Bluecoats, and they're trying to blackmail us.
Mm-hmm.
Salvage, I need you to drug them.
Yeah, just be like, I got your 3 coin right here. Funk.
I think that's a little bit suspicious. So
Not if it's in a, off to the side.
What's suspicious is when we kill the 2 Bluecoats and then give the knife to the Foghorn and then make it look like he did it, and we tried to stop him. And now we're heroes to the Hive.
all right, but how is the knife situation going to go off right now when I'm using mostly poisons?
I mean, you have a gun, right?
Guns
I
are
do.
loud.
But they're very loud.
You have a knife, right?
I have some throwing knives, yes.
Okay, we're going to kill the Bluecoats, and then we're going to frame the fog hat for doing it.
So you want me to kill me with throwing knives, but see that they're threatening me with a larger knife?
No, I want you to help me kill the Bluecoats, and then we're going to give a knife
We're
to the
going to kill them and then
Foghound.
frame the guy. That's it.
Jesus Christ, how is this not processing?
Sorry, I'm making this deliberately harder. So.
Yep.
No, I know.
All right.
Okay, so fine. Well, let me find a position where I can get either with the blow dart gun or
They're in a side room, so
Yeah, we'll be relatively secluded where no one will be able to see what we do. But
well, the reason why you
gain
gained so much party fail from the partial success is because you were yelling. Both of you were yelling. They could hear the yelling from outside. So people saw you go into the room where the Bluecoats are, and then you started. Everyone started yelling at each other. So it's very suspicious. Yeah.
Sure, it's fine.
Okay. Well, again, if you get 1 more on the party fail meter, you'll be thrown out of the party, and
we're going to add narrative
Mm-hmm.
to the yelling. They don't necessarily know what was being yelled about. They just heard it.
So, Audra, you could try to persuade Sierra to leave now, and just get out of this. Yeah.
Tell Sarah.
Okay, that's not a bad idea, because in general, I was just thinking, like, we know what he looks like and roughly where he is now.
Mm-hmm. But you could be like, oh, let's go somewhere more quiet, or let's,
Yeah, I don't like.
I can help
yelling.
walk you home if you want to continue. Yeah,
I was. God damn it! Yeah, I was gonna do like, can you get home safely?
Mm-hmm.
These towns getting rough.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Seems like there's some blue coat activity.
Yeah,
Perhaps
you don't
we
have to
should,
roll for that. He is actually quite fine. Of course. Oh yes, I'm getting old in these days. Tell me more about the pay wet.
That's the wet off the peas.
Ah, I see. Scoville delicacy.
It's like, well, that I'm gonna be honest, that sounds fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Do you know about eel crackers?
Have you ever seen a Titurus octopus press?
No, I've not heard of it. I've only heard legends of the octopus. I thought they were extinct.
No. So, well, it was designed for octopus before they were extinct, but it really works on anything soft and boneless, mostly boneless.
Ah, eels. Yes. Some of the boneless eels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we'll just talk about this as I just walk him out of the party.
All right. So you, him and his 2 bodyguards, leave. So it's up to you guys. So
Have fun, team.
Thank you. Well, they don't have anyone to go talk to now.
Well, I mean, you could just
that
leave the
helps.
party and ruin, like, you just burn your.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
As I'm leaving,
Mhm.
is Sarah like drunk old enough that he might not notice? Like, is he pretty aware of what's going on?
That would be a survey check to figure out his state. It would be controlled risk.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk him a few blocks away
Mhm.
and be like, "Oh, I forgot my bag. I'll be right back."
Okay.
And I'm going to go back to outside,
Mhm.
but out of his sight, and I'm going to hit their house with lightning and catch it on fire.
Fire, basically, yeah. There's no fire alarm, but this is yeah. All right, and I assume you communicate this to the others.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to.
All
In
right.
fact, I'd be offended if you did warn us.
All right.
That'll just give them an out.
Okay.
They can just so that's just too stressed to cast lightning bolt.
All right. So but that takes you some time. So meanwhile,
Yes.
the two of you, what are you going to do? Audra leaves with Syrah. That's what you know.
Okay.
So what are you going to do now?
I'm going to head back into the room and have our discussion.
Okay. All right. So where's the coin?
What? So how many coin did you say you wanted again?
3, and we're out of your hair. We won't come back. Just a one-time deal. We won't raise a fuss with Zamira. We won't do
Aaron,
anything.
throw your throwing knife at him. I'm going to attack the other one.
Is that what you say? Or are you just going to like make a gesture?
I give him the wink, the throwing knife wink that we've practiced numerous times.
Okay, yeah, you're clever criminals. You've surely worked out such things. All right, you get the wink, Salvage.
Okay. So, where basically am I in the same room with them?
I see. I guess you are. Yeah, you both went into the side room.
Okay.
You were.
Yeah. All right. Instead of that, though, because I still have the darts, right?
Sure. You have whatever what load you've spent on.
Okay. So
taking out a blow. You're in a small room, by the way. It's like 10 by 10, more or less. It would be pretty awkward to take out a blowgun.
No, it's not there. But I could probably approach and either throw it since we're with there, or just stab him with it.
Yeah, you could cross and try and stab him.
So to me, right now, that would be more of a finesse. Would that be a finesse check?
No, it'd definitely be skirmish. Like,
okay,
fighting is definitely skirmish.
What about throwing it though? So would that be
skirmish?
Yeah, skirmish. Like finesse is picking pockets and like parkouring, not skirmish is fighting.
Well, no, I've used finesse for the blow dart before.
Yeah, the blowgun. Yeah.
Oh, the blowgun. Okay.
Not typically regarded as a lethal weapon.
Yeah, I mean that's a precise sniping kind of thing. Like not.
Okay,
like
then I don't. Then skirmish. I don't have skirmish in that. I have.
Yeah, you're not a close-up fighter. You're not Flake. Like weirdly.
Then I'll throw the knife. I'll throw a throwing knife.
Okay.
You then, when in the distraction, you shoot your blow dart.
Okay.
All right, Aaron. Salvage. I'm just gonna say, shooting a blowgun in this situation is a desperate. Finesse.
Fair enough.
Is desperate
all that
finesse.
Means is you get XP for it.
Yeah.
I'm spending 2 stress to increase my skirmish.
Mm-hmm. For you, it's risky, but you need full successes. Otherwise, you will fail the party meter because you'll make some kind of noise.
Well, there's about to be a lot of noise when lightning strikes the
Well, you don't know that yet, but maybe you're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, 6. I fucking knifed the shit out of that motherfucker.
All right, yeah.
All right.
So this is a desperate finesse check.
You never watched
Aaron, please don't mess.
Are you gonna help me out a little bit with your
can't.
Yes,
No,
he
he can't.
I'm already doing my own.
Yeah, he cannot assist you and stab a dude at the same
I hope
instant.
this works because this is gonna be bad for all of us.
It's gonna be great. I don't know what you're talking about.
So I'm gonna try to hit him with some. Yeah, we're gonna hit him with some drown powder. So
yeah, you're basically taking your blowgun out very fast.
Yeah, there you go, Aaron.
Partial. All right. So, because it's desperate, the consequences are worse. He basically he sees that coming, and you hit him. By the time you take the blow to Gar, he's inches away, and the momentum of him carries his knife into your gut.
Oh.
And so that's a level 2 harm.
The other one's dead.
Pop
though,
some
right?
armor.
And
Pop some armor.
Oh, I do have armor, yeah, so.
well, that takes up 2 load. You're probably out of load at this point.
Yeah, I am, so that's okay, though.
And his body, and he yells as he dies. Ah!
Okay, I quickly reach over and stab the dude he darted, pull the dart out of him to make it look like he's been stabbed. And I start yelling, guards, guards, the criminal has gotten loose, and I throw the knife to him.
All right, he's still manacled, though. Like,
that's fine.
Yeah.
He'd say he has a knife.
All right, so this is you failed the party meter. You definitely caused a scene, and so the people. A servant opens the door.
Get a medic quick! The criminal's
all
gone
right. This is
crazy.
a desperate sway check.
Hey, let's go and throw another trauma on there.
Awesome.
That's the
Oh,
spirit.
God.
Boom, 6. Fuck it.
6. All right.
God damn it.
The prisoner, of course, the prisoner has the knife now and is going to stab you. He's going to reach for it and try and stab
That's
you.
fine. That makes my case even better.
Actually, no. He's going to go for the keys to unlock his manacles. So he reaches for the body that you killed and is already getting them out. So, yeah.
Kick him in the fucking head.
All right, that's skirmish.
I'm gonna go ahead.
If you get a partial, he will stab you in retaliation.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that trauma now.
Okay.
Yeah, so, damn, that's 3 trauma. Okay. Anyways, one
Fine.
second. Okay, now he stabs the shit out of me.
He does, and he gets out. He's free. He gets out. He stabs you, level 2 harm.
I've got armor.
Okay. And that's when and then he jumps out the window. Because there was a window in the room, and it's on the ground floor. So he's out.
Does Aaron not get an opportunity to intervene at any point here?
No, desperate. The body fell on him. Like he was.
Ow.
Yeah. Yeah, and he got stabbed. I mean, it didn't do damage to him, but like the knife's in his, in his stab-proof vest, essentially. That's when the lightning hits, and everyone starts screaming. You've caused a stampede.
I have not caused anything. The criminal caused the stampede.
All right. Well, no one knows what's going on. This is very
Nice.
Rashomon. People are not gonna. You're not going to be able to make your case.
That's fine. I don't need to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took care of that situation.
Are you going to try and chase after the criminal, or are you going to?
Fuck no. I'm just
yeah.
gonna. Whenever the detectives show up, I'm gonna tell them the truth.
Okay.
Which is the truth that I fabricated in this room tonight.
Well, give me
It's the truth.
They might just arrest you anyway.
For what? I did nothing.
Yeah, they're very corrupt.
But they don't know anything about what's happened in this room so far, except for the fact that this criminal tried to kill, or did kill, 2 bluecoats.
Yeah.
And we tried to intervene on their behalf.
Well, they might.
If anything, we deserve a fucking award from the city.
Well,
Yeah,
for trying to
you've
stop a
officially-
dangerous, violent criminal.
all right, you're doubling down.
Officially wiped out the foghounds.
Yeah, that too.
No, he got
Ooh,
away.
That too.
He got away. Like you don't
I
have a
don't think
body.
he's gonna be starting a
No.
new Foghorns organization. He wasn't their brightest member.
All right, so everyone is fleeing and running out of the building. You two are staying behind.
Well, not in a burning building.
Well, it is okay. Yeah.
We'll be doing everything in our power to help people get out. To make
Okay.
it look even better.
Okay.
That we were actually there to assist. We are the heroes of this situation.
All right. The building is on fire. All right. If you're actually going to try and be heroes, that will be a risky finesse check. Probably. Yeah. Or I mean, how are you? If you're just physically helping people out, that would be finesse, probably. Or you could use wreck to make entryway. Kick out windows. Yeah.
You only have to roll if you actually care about getting people out, I say.
Well, that
I
would.
don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you actually get people out, that would mitigate the effects of your sway check for the cops.
Can I use command to help guide people where they need to be going?
Sure, it'd be risky. If you fail, you'll make it. If you fail, you'll make it worse.
A 6.
All right, yeah. All right. So you are seen visibly leading and guiding, commanding people out, bringing order to the panic. Salvage, are you doing anything?
Well, I'm trying to think of anything else I can do in the moment because I'm not that very good. Actually, would it be possible for me to basically see if I can open up another exit for people to get out of? Help at least alleviate some of the stress on that.
How are you doing that?
Like blocked windows or anything, a tinker check to make sure that there's just another point of egress.
That would be risky. Yeah.
Okay. Critical success.
Okay. You actually help a lot of people get out. So you're visibly seen as heroes. So this will mitigate your sway check for the bluecoats who arrive to investigate what happened. So right now, with the critical success, it's a controlled sway check to persuade them to your side. And if you fail, you can you can try again as risky. And if you fail the risky, though, then they'll definitely arrest you. Because they have to blame somebody for it. But right now it's controlled. So yeah, the bluecoats have arrived. And they want to know your story. And so, yeah, Salty.
Well, we were, we went into the room. There was a side room where they were holding the prisoner that was come to tell his story, because I found his story so intriguing and I wanted to have a minute to actually talk with him. And it was at that point that he managed, somehow he grabbed a knife, or he had a knife on him. I don't know how he managed to get it from in between, but he attacked the guards, managing to kill 2 of them. He stabbed me and my friend here, as you can see. It was at that point we tried to stop him. He managed to get one of the keys from the guards, jumped out the window around the same time that the building got miraculously burst into flames. I don't know. It was terrifying. Unfortunately, we were unable to save the 2 officers, but we did save, I like to think at least we saved a few people from the building.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that's a sway check.
A 6.
All right, yeah, they believe you. You've salvaged the situation.
Yay.
Yep.
Yay.
So meanwhile, so you're still members of the Hive. Good job. The 4 of you walk all the way to Char Hollow. But Sierra doesn't hear, his hearing isn't great, so he didn't hear the lightning. So, yeah, you continue talking about food for a while. But are you trying to pump him for any information as you're walking, or are you just going to wait till he gets to?
If I think he's going to lead me just right to his vault, or at least as close as possible, then yeah, I'm not going to press anything.
Okay.
I'll just talk about whatever he wants.
Okay. So you get to the edge of Char Hollow, and before you cross the bridge into that district, he says, "At last, my dear, this is where we must part ways. There are strict protocols for the security of the vault, and I cannot let someone, even a member of the Hive, who's not been cleared, only to see where the vault is."
I understand.
Regrettably,
I want to help you jeopardize such a prominent position you've earned.
Well, it's not just that; it's the secrets are very dangerous in the wrong hands.
Ooh.
Yes, so I cannot risk their being viewed by the wrong people. The Hive protects the city in many ways, and I must do my part. I must do my duty. So it is very regrettable. I will be above ground in a week's time. Perhaps we could have tea. I will leave word at the Moon's Daughter in a few days of where I shall be. I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, I'd love to chat again. When I shake his hand or whatever, can I mark him in some sense with a tune so I can just track where he went?
You sure can.
Yeah.
This is risky.
Spend my last little bit of stress for this session.
And if you get a full
6.
success, yeah, you're very good at that. So you put a just enough of a unique signature aura on him that you can track him from a great distance. So yeah,
And I'm not worried about it being super precise. Like, I'm sure the vault itself is warded, and the mark will vanish as soon as he enters the vault.
yeah.
I'm sure.
So
But if it can at least get me to like the block it's on or whatever.
It does. So Char Hollow is a pretty rundown neighborhood. It is very poor, but there is a prominent. Let's see. What was it? He stops at the Strangeford House or Strangford House, a grand fenced estate of the powerful Strangford family, perches on the hill of a private island overlooking Charho. Actually, it's not there, but it's across from there. There is what appears to be almost like a bunch of scaffolding around a hull of a building, like a burned out building. Like they're trying to rebuild this thing. It almost looks like, but it looks like they're trying to build like almost like a monolith, like a stone windowless rectangle with a bunch of scaffolding. It looks very old. Looks like it has it is incomplete. And there's across from the Strangford family estate, the island. But the aura, your tracking aura disappears there. So you realize the ward must have kicked in. And so that is the building where the vault is. So if you can get in there, you can find out where that is where the undoubtedly where the location of the soul engine is being held. So yeah. So if you can so getting the secret will not be easy. But the soul engine, from what you've heard, it is possibly the most powerful hull you've ever heard of. So if it is as described, so yeah,
it seems pretty good.
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm maybe one layer removed from the goal. Does the vault contain the soul engine or the location of the
location of the soul engine?
Fuck. All right.
So yeah, we're doing another trade-off to get more.
Okay. That's right, because the two parts of our quest were figure out what it is and where it is. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Turns out it's going to take more to get into it, but campaign being campaign. But you have progressed, and this is very good information. In fact, you could take this information if you tell the passenger, she will pay you 9 coins for making progress on it. Because the Vine Hunters really want that information. They really want the soul engine. So you have you're doing good, and they want to keep funding you. So
get a little advance on future work.
Yeah, but that'll end for that. That'll end the job for now. So it's more. So you have to break into the vault one way or the other, the Vault of Secrets. But let's see here. So that ends the heist or the score. You get 9 coins as a group. And you have 2 downtime activities. Let's roll for entanglements. I'll say you gained. Actually, you're all undercover for that, so no heat. Let's see here.
So we lose 1 then because of our.
Yeah. I think you were.
Or we already had 0.
You're at 5 is what I have. So now you're at 4.
Yes.
So wanted level 0. Let's see here. All right. I'll roll D6. Actually, wait. I remember I was screwing that up. Actually, the downtime that is only based on your entanglements. Roll 2d dice and keep the roll. Yeah. So if you had 0 wanted level, which we had, I roll 2d6 and keep the lower one. So that's a 4. So, which is reprisals, Unquiet Dead. All right. Yeah. Unquiet Dead. That night, all the gang is very worried about because they've been seeing ghosts of the foghounds that were slain during the raid. For some reason, something's riled them up. And yeah, they you don't know what they're going to do. They aren't going near the grotto, but they've been seeing them in the tunnels. It's a bad omen. So you can acquire an asset to get a NPC whisper to deal with it, or you can do it as a long-term project on your own.
How big is that clock?
6.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say 4. I'll say 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are the consequences of not dealing with it right now?
You don't know yet. It's not like just stress every time you are doing it. So yeah, yeah. Basically, so yeah. Right now they're just kind of annoying you. They're not really doing much, but they'll probably escalate.
Do I have to decide now? Can I see if I need 2 stresses to deal with this? It's like,
yeah, you can. You don't have to deal with them now. Like I said, they're very minor at this point.
Definitely going to at least see about clearing stress.
Okay. So yeah, all of you can relieve stress.
Okay.
I assume all of you are going to do that.
Yeah, for at least the first. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to do it twice this time.
So yeah, you just had to do a lot of ghost cocaine. That was very stressful. That
These parties are a lot of work.
Oh, wow.
Did you overindulge?
I did not, thankfully.
All right. Salty, are you going to indulge in vice?
No.
Okay. So you'll take stress equal to the number of traumas you have.
3.
Okay. In that case, Salty, what do you want to do for your downtimes?
I'm going to be putting research points in, or points into training, studying.
Okay. You can train. You have 2 long-term projects as a group right now: how to kill vampires and where to find Mousy.
I'm just putting them into skills.
Okay. Let's see here. And Audra just double down on ghost cocaine.
Yeah, I rolled poorly and I have a lot of stress. So
we rolled a desperate action, didn't we?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah,
right, yeah, we did. So
yeah.
For my second one, I actually want to do some work on the phasing harness to reduce that clock if I can.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Tinker.
Okay.
Have you done that before? Or is this your first time?
I think that's the first time because we just got it.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't have it now.
No, it's okay.
Research. It's out of 6, so.
Got 1 success. Yep.
Well, I mean, it's just the highest roll that gives you 3 segments on that. So
oh, damn!
You're 3 out of 6. So another 6 and you'd be done. So
I cannot wait to use this.
You get 2 rep on your gang for that. Pretty subtle job, but you now have a hive contact, Zamira. And yeah, that'll end this week's session. Next week you can break into the Vault of Secrets or do the prison heist. Questions, comments, suggestions?
That was a good session.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So especially giving to try to the social aspect of it when I'm not very sociable.
Yeah, no, it went great up until it didn't.
The murder.
But you managed to salvage it at the end.
What are you talking about? It went perfect.
Oh yeah,
exactly how Salty saw it going.
Exactly. Yeah. So next time we will investigate. We'll figure out if you want to do the prison heist or break into the Vault of Secrets. Of course, there's probably a lot of side loot in the Vault of Secrets too. So, other secrets. Ooh.
It lies.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Or prison heist. All right. But yeah, that's all. Thank you all for listening. And we'll talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye.